The opposition, of course, fully support the government's work in keeping our country safe. And I think I agree with and support everything the Security Minister said in his statement just a moment ago. I particularly welcome the additional sanctions that he announced in relation to certain members of the Russian security services. I also join with the Security Minister in remembering Dawn Sturgis, who lost her life as a result of this reckless and barbaric attack, leaving highly dangerous chemical weapons lying around was a reckless undertaking by those Russian agents, and Dawn Sturgis's death lies squarely at their door. That Russia is a dangerous and a hostile state, and that Vladimir Putin is a dangerous and hostile leader, a man who this inquiry has found personally sanctioned the assassination of civilians on British soil. I think the actions we've been discussing this afternoon are one of many reasons why we in the West should be steadfast and unwavering in our support for Ukraine. The lessons of history are quite clear. Appeasement doesn't work. Showing weakness when faced with an aggressive dictator simply emboldens them. And I hope those people in our government and other governments, particularly the American administration, keep that in mind as they conduct negotiations in the coming days and weeks. And we know, of course, that it's not just Russia. Other states, including China, are engaged in different but potentially equally damaging espionage and other activity on our soil. And the lesson that this episode, I think, teaches us is that we can't be complacent. We can't prioritise, for example, economic links above national security. We need to be on the front foot when it comes to these threats. And in that spirit, and drawing that lesson from this episode, perhaps the Security Minister can explain to the House why China is not in the enhanced tier of FIRS, which, in my opinion, it should be, and why the government appears to be contemplating granting planning consent for a super embassy for China on a very sensitive site close to sensitive communications infrastructure, and from which it is very likely China will conduct large-scale espionage activities. The lesson this episode teaches us is that we can't be complacent, and we must be active and energetic in protecting our national interest.